Alright, hello guys, welcome back to KingLVR, and today we'll be covering the first big patch notes for Guilty Gear Strive. As you can see, they just got updated for today, and it's version 1.09, and it will be released on August 27th for PS4, 5, Steam, wherever you're gonna be playing, along with JackO. Well, let's check out the general patch notes, I guess. Added JackO. Playable, blah blah blah, everybody knows that. Individual sale on August 13th. On Steam, they get earlier for PC. Perfection Can't Please Me, that's her song. Alright, that's nothing. Reduced input delay on the PS4 Pro and PS5 versions. I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe that's gonna be messing up the online. Maybe it's related to the rollback, right? Because if you mess with the input, maybe rollback's gonna be kicking in more. I don't know, maybe that's just referring to whatever people were saying about the PS5 version being the slowest in input delay. But that doesn't matter that much to me, because I play on PC, so whatever. Network mode fixed an issue where the counter-setting action options would be displayed incorrectly, so that's some quality of life stuff. Replay mode fixed an error. Battle fixed an issue where the effect would not display properly when a counter hit and wall break happened. So that's some quality of life shit. Issue where the position of the character would change greatly after falling up on a dash attack. Yeah, that's all quality of life. Adjusted the BGM volume of some songs. Oh, thank God. I was playing some songs of the old games and they were like non-hearable, even on max volume. Network features are completely inaccessible under certain player environments. We are continuing to look into, so they found some shit that people were complaining about, especially for competitive shit. Alright, so this is the main part that we're gonna be looking at. Character balance and bug fixes. So I'm hoping this character gets some buffs, and I don't know, nerf Soul a bit, I guess. May and Chip. That will be my guess. It's like these three characters need to be a bit toned down because they're retarded, to be honest. The rest are fine in my opinion. I don't think like anything. Yeah, some characters have like weaknesses that you can exploit, except for these three. And let's check him out. Soul Bad Guy. The hitbox of forward S has been decreased. Oh, 6S has been nerfed. More likely to lose low profile moves, and forward P, which is the entire crouching S, which now wasn't used frequently, buffed. Oh, so he has now a longer range for crouching S. So he's getting some buffs and oh god, there it is. Alright, we're gonna be checking out these. I didn't see him. This is gonna be way easier. Crouching kick, reduced knockback. So they probably want you to combo into something else from crouching kick, because it sometimes whiffs, similar to where they go out of the combo range. Far standing S, increase knockback, increase the standard damage scaling. Far S, increase knockback. So they're basically making it so that you can't, I'm gonna guess you can't do far slash 5k anymore, because they might be out of range, but this is very up to debate. You're gonna have to check it out after the patch lands. Crouching S, increase the attack's active time. The hitbox during the additional active time has been slightly extended in front of Soul, so he gets a longer crouching S because nobody's using that move, because why? Decrease the hitbox on top of and bottom of the attack and increase the hurt box around Soul's feet. So they're probably making you, or giving you a chance to jump his forward S, which was actually really hard to do because it comes out so fast. But I think under a block screen you're still gonna have to block that shit. And eventually you could probably try to dust it with sweeps down the or 6p, get easier, but nothing has been changed about the frame data, so this thing, he's still strong in this regard, I think. Grounded Volcanic Viper S version. Oh yes, the DP. Extended the attack's active time and increased time spent in air. Holy shit, finally. Right, so this is, I think, the biggest crime on this character. It's his DPs. Like, why the hell does this character get to DP twice in a row and is still safe? I think, depending on how much this got nerfed, this is really cool against this character. Greatly increased knockback, Bandit Bringer, that's his fist, jumping fist, whatever move. So maybe you don't get Oki from it anymore? Damn, I wish this thing sends you full screen flying. I think it would be thematically cool, and also it will make him way weaker. I mean, on knockdown, because he could randomly get in with this shit. Aerial Bandit Bringer, greatly increased knockback, increased landing recovery. Thank you, now this shit's minus. I'm guessing this shit's minus. They don't get free jump-ins anymore, which is cool. Wild Throw became possible to follow up by using a Roman cancel. Wasn't that possible as well? Like you could do 6H, actually. Oh god, but this... I'm sorry. This probably means he can do a real combo after Wild Throw. Which would be cool, because nobody uses this move, to be honest. And this is one move that they use even less, his other super. The move no longer comes out when inputting forward directions, and they're still not gonna be using this move, ever. Like, you're hardly gonna try to catch people trying to do a move from afar while you try to do this. It is way better to just get in and pressure them normally than to go for his super. Kai Kisuke, alright? I'm hoping this guy gets some buffs. This looks very sure. Dragon install now increases attention gauge. Alright, let's look down here. Whatever. Reduced recovery. Far standing slash. So it recovers faster, so it's maybe less minus now. Made it more easily affected by dash momentum. Oh, so now when he dashes and does this, he's gonna be sliding in front. That's my guess. Crouching kick, decreased knockback. Alright, that wasn't even an issue, I think. He could always do this into Stun Dipper or something, or, I don't know, Direct Clear, never mind, that's the move. Like the quarter circle back slash, like the ender. Stun Dipper made it easier for the second hit to combo by changing the distance traveled. Thank you. Now, this was kind of weird, the hitbox and blowback of the opponent. So if you didn't know, Stun Dipper would sometimes, or actually you could only combo double hits on counter hit, or if they're at like max range of your second hit. If they're closer up, they could actually block the second hit and destroy your ass. Alright, and decrease the distance created between Kai and the opponent after the second hit connects. So it's gonna be maybe an Oki? Damn, if this is an Oki, then it's really good now. Like, this move had its uses if you had 50 bar, but other than that, it's very risky to throw it out in neutral. Dragon install, decrease the tension penalty time after... This is the worst move in the game, actually. And actually, it might also be the coolest looking move as well, which is weird. Sped up attacks start up upon activation. Expanded the hitbox on activation in front of Kai and reduced the upper hitbox. No longer activates when inputting forward direction after the command is complete. So you're gonna have to do clean inputs, I guess. Quality of life. Oh god, this thing needs to get destroyed. Fuck this character. I'm sorry for the main players, but holy shit, this is brainless. Decrease the lower hitbox and hurtbox of her far standing slash, lower hitbox and hurtbox. Oh yes, so her standing S has been nerfed. Nerf her aerials, please. Standing H has increased active time and decreased recovery. Alright, so I guess this actually is a buff. Holy shit, what? Alright, never mind. Decreased active time and expanded the hurtbox in front of me. So her crouching S has been nerfed, and you can hurt her easier, kick her out of the animation. Maybe there's gonna be some punishes. I don't know how severe this is. Maybe this might be huge, but this doesn't say it. Overhead kiss, reduce horizontal blowback, making follow-up attacks possible mid-screen, reduce damage. Alright, I want to see how much this is reduced, because you can basically die from 2 combos when she does command grab. The wonderful and dynamic Gashawara, I think that's the giant whale, fixed a bug that caused the attack to hit after wall break occasionally. Axel. Snail? I don't know that move. I don't really play this character. Can combo into Snail from ground when it hits such a standing P. I'm guessing that's one of his specials. This might be the jumping back down slash, like it hits you on the ground where it gains distance. I'm thinking that's the move. No idea though. One vision, that's his time stop. The ready stance can now be cancelled into from special moves as with the activation. Alright, maybe somebody's gonna be using this now. Decrease the time of tension penalty while the ready stayed. Yeah, this is some quality of life because nobody was really using these other than to meme. Like 50 meter could be used way better than to his time stop super, which I think the concept's cool. I don't know why it's not usable. Like same thing with the soul command grab. Like there's no reason to use that move. Alright, here's a tip. Fast ending slash, reduce the lower part of the hitbox. They should have reduced the upper. They literally anti-air with this move, fast ending slash. Crouching S made it more easily affected by dash momentum. So he's gonna be flying forwards when he does the upwards slash or whatever the move is. Adjusted the attacks range and increased the lower hitbox as well as behind and in front of chip. Reduced knockback. So that's his oh god, thank god. So maybe you're gonna be able to enter with 6p this move if you guess on which side he's gonna come down, I guess. But he hasn't been killed actually. This character's still a crime. His 4-way mix-up, that shit's crazy. Like once you learn how to do that shit, good luck blocking. Like I think this character's quarter circle forwards kick should have been nerfed. The cross-up alpha blade, fuck that move. That's the thing that they should have touched on. Like make him minus or something, or make it very easily punishable by jab or something if you guess that he's gonna do, because that move's instant anyway, so whatever. I'm guessing we're gonna have to deal with chip for another patch. Alright, Potemkin, fix an issue where the hitbox around Potemkin's feet would disappear on landing. What the hell was that? I never noticed that shit happen. Reduced recovery of forward kick, so he's gonna be less punishable if he whiffs, I guess. Maybe it's even better on block now, I have no idea, it doesn't specify here. Made it easier to gain tension gauge when blocked, greatly increases the... He could cancel from on block anyway. He does this into Garuda impact, and then if you're blocking and he has meter, you're dead. Made it easier to gain tension gauge when blocked, greatly increases the opponent's risk level on block. Heat knuckle, that's the anti-grab. Alright, so it just cranks up the risk gauge. So when you block this move, you're basically almost guaranteed a Potemkin buster if the enemy knows how to do it, like Paw Buster. Or you try to move and he does literally forward slash and takes half your health away, because it gives more risk now. Alright, Faust, probably the least played character that I've actually only played against one Faust in these 2 months. But it was, I think, in normal games. I don't think anybody played him in Celestial. Maybe it's just Europe, people don't like the character. I don't like him myself, but somebody does. Increased active time, standing H slash, increased damage of the follow-up hit. Alright. Crouching H slash, decrease the hurt box on startup and extend the hitbox in front of Faust. Aerial down K, which is his dive kick, I guess. With the spinning thing, it's a dive kick move. Sped up the attack's startup, so it's faster now, comes out faster. Reduce the hurt box before the attack comes out. Adjusted opponent blowback on hit. What do they mean with adjusted? Is it gonna be an Oki situation now, or are they gonna go full screen? They haven't specified. And combined with an increase on his crouching H slash, hit was faster up on aerial. Alright, so it's just a faster startup. Adjusted literally doesn't mean anything here. Bone crushing excitement, that's his super wheelchair. Oh, he has finally a super that does wall break, so it's gonna be a wall break in the corner whenever he's close in the corner and does the super. So he's gonna be able to bait into try to... I don't think this is gonna be effective. Like he's gonna try to mix you up into possibly try to command grab you with this, but they have to make the move faster for this to work. But anyway, he finally has a wall break super, so that's some quality of life. It's not that great, but it's whatever. Standing heavy slash reduced recovery for it, and Somalia got a buff. Increased movement speed of the hitbox, tandem top, so that's the light what do you call that? Circle ring move, tandem top, I think that's the move. Iron Savior, fix the bug that caused unnatural behavior on Clash. Iron Savior. I have no idea what that move is. Maybe that's the hair car, whatever. Lust Shaker, right? So that's the hair stab, sped up the attack startup. That move was never used by people. Like, I have never seen somebody use this move effectively. Overall, she got a bit of buffs, but I don't think she literally got touched. This character is fine, I think. I don't think she needs anything, either a buff or nerf. She's very strong once she gets going, but I don't understand how some characters get like crazy DPs and characters like Milia don't have any 5 frames. Like, at least give them a 5-frame jab for these characters to struggle on defense, to have at least something that they can do, right? When they have like 6-7 frame jabs, they literally can't do shit and hold back and block and try to FD something, or I guess try to jump out. Her jump out is actually kind of crazy for getting out of corner against a lot of character. And Zato 1, or aka Eddie, I don't call him Zato ever. Increase the attack's active time, increase the hitbox in front of Zato during the additional active time, standing H slash. I don't really play him, he's too complicated for my brain. Sped up the attack startup, causes opponents to lift off the ground or on ground and hit. So his forward P knocks them up. Maybe he can combo into something like a forward P special into the frog move or whatever. When recalling Eddie with quarter circle back heavy slash while Eddie is summoned, the summon will be cancelled faster. So this is gonna allow him to reset the Eddie or Ghost, whatever that thing is, Shadow. Alright, Ramblathon. Reduce the lower hitbox behind and in front of Ramblathon. Aerial HS. Hitbox. Oh, that's the down stab. That move's ridiculous. Like, delay the jab into... there's hardly any moves that you can do grounded anti-airs against this. Maybe even DP sometimes lose, because this move can cross up. And this is a nerf, direct nerf to them trying to do that, which is good. I don't really like the way that approach works. They're literally just double jumping around you and trying to do HS, because it hits you on both sides. Doro, increased forward movement, I think that's the DP punch, whatever that move is. Aggressa or Dono, force the opponent on grounded hit only when both swords are equipped. I have no idea what that move is. Maybe that's the leap, overhead? Or it might be a different one, I have no idea. Leo, this character needs slight adjustments, and I mean not in the good way. Forward backward movement during Brian Hilder stance. Brian Hilder. I have no idea what these names are. Leo now moves forward towards the opponent when using the dash button. This is confusing. Doesn't he move always forwards when he does the dash button? Or does he do back dash? That makes no sense. K during Brian Hilder stance can be dash or jump cancelled. So that's the back stance, right? He couldn't jump, actually, in Brynhildir's stance. Maybe now he can cancel and do dive for an overhead. This seems like a slight buff for him, but nothing too major. I think this character is somewhat fine. Like, some things are crazy about him. Like, he can go low, 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 overhead, low, cancel into bullshit. This character is crazy, but in a good way, in my opinion. And that's it up for Leo. Nago. 4P, sped up the attack startup. It was strong anyway, so making it faster is gonna be just a buff. Fast standing slash, final follow-up hit, which is the third slash. Increases amount of blood gauge recovered. So he's gonna be popping the mask less often if he does the finisher of his far standing slash. Vasaryuki no longer goes into the follow-up animation when the edge of the first hit connects with the opponent. So that's the anti-air, right? The DP, the double slash, upwards, downwards. When the last hit connects, it blows the opponent back regardless of their position. I'm guessing that's the move. Maybe it's something else. Let me just, depending on the situation after the first, it will sometimes not go into the rest of the animation. This led to a technique to secure follow-up damage. That's a nerf, I think. They would use the DP move and then cancel the second hit into the command dash. But I think they took that away. So now they're forced to do both hits and then they have to dash. So I think Nago got nerfed, like his short P got buffed, but that move got nerfed. He could combo into ridiculous shit, like dude, and if he does the DP into dash command forwards, he could do close sash, I think 3 times before he has to do a finishing follow-up, which usually leads into super, which is ridiculous. He does like 70% damage. And he gets only like half the gauge up. So basically if you're anywhere below half, it's safe to do that shit. It's ridiculous. Giovanna, she can now follow a combo into forward P from moves such as standing P, making combos easier in situations such as punishing the opponent. Alright, so buffed her forward P entire. And forward heavy slash final follow hybrid knocks the opponent down on it. Didn't it do... Oh, maybe it's a hard knockdown now. So you get Oki from her command normal for heavy slash. So overall, Giovanna hasn't really been touched, and she's like literally the same. Like this is literally not that big of a deal for her. Maybe some quality of life on her forward heavy slash. Mid screen, I guess. But you're always in the corner against her anyway, so whatever. NG Mito, alright, far standing slash, reduced recovery. So it has less recovery, maybe less minus frames as well. Depending on how plus that shit is on far slash, I don't really play him, I have no idea. Made it possible to cancel into various follow-ups attacks even when whiffed. The motion begins before the attack is active. Fujin! Oh god, increased movement forward. I don't know, this is a very hard buff depending on how much he flies forward with this move. Because it's crazy. Shin. Ichisiki Shiki. Which is, I think his toss, blade toss. The P follow-up after Fujin. Increased the attack's active time, extended the hitbox. Or it's the overhead, I have no idea. Isegyogi Sai extended the hitbox. I think that's his Gal move, like his Wind Hurricane super. I have no idea, maybe. And there's my girl, Ino. Grounded aerial hover dash. Increase the movement speed and distance. Holy fuck yes. So her movement got buffed. Now watch her zoom around the map. I hope this shit's ridiculous. Like she flies off half the screen in like 0.5 seconds. That would be ridiculous. She teleports in front of your face. I love that shit. Standing H slash, sped up the attack's startup and made it float on the opponent on a grounded hit. Holy shit, now you literally get the properties of an entire... Now, when you're actually hitting them while they're coming down, and then you can go... You could usually follow this up with a heavy stroke and get hard knockdown. But now you can do it on ground. Alright, finally somebody's gonna be using standing heavy slash with this character. And it also has been sped up, so maybe it's actually ridiculous. You can spam it now. I hope not, please. They're gonna hate Ino for that. But it getting sped up is actually really good. And yeah, this shit's godlike now, so it's gonna be leading to Oki situations literally from anything. So you're basically gonna go for this way more often than going for a down heavy slash. This is actually ridiculous. This is gonna give her Oki from any hit, literally. Or any counter hit. Anywhere on the screen. Hard knockdown. And that's ridiculous, and depending on how much the startup has been buffed, this might actually be crazy for this character. Crouching kick, reduced knockback. Holy shit, what a quality of life. I was just talking about this on Soul. So basically sometimes with Ino, when you do crouching kick, they would get outside of the range for a down D, so you don't get a knockdown, and you're basically left there whiffing a 12 frame move, which actually recovers in something like 20. And usually you hit a counter hit if that happens. So you basically have to be very aware of spacing when you're doing crouching kick with Ino to follow up with dust, otherwise you're gonna get smoked like half of the characters. And depending on the people that you play against, usually they always mash on block strings against Ino. like literally. So finding counter hit combos is actually very effective. This is gonna turn into a guide instead of a review of the patch notes. Sweep down dust, reduced horizontal opponent blowback on hit. Aerial D adjusted the hit effect on grounded opponents, increasing the time allowed for follow-up attacks. Adjusted the hit effect on grounded opponent, increasing the time allowed for follow-up attacks. Are they gonna leave her aerial dust plus on block? Damn, alright, holy shit. I don't know what this means. So yeah, I just skipped the dust, the sweep. It actually got the same thing that crouch and kick done. So it's gonna leave them closer. Maybe that's not that great on the dust button. Anyway, this one might be a buff, aerial D, I don't know. Stroke the big tree, reduce knockback, thank you. Now when you try to block string them, they're actually gonna be in a block string. So this is probably gonna allow for whatever it was I was talking about. So when you do heavy stroke and they block and you do crouching kick into sweep dust, they're actually gonna be in range for that when you do it now. Ultimate Fortissimo, increased forward movement, so that's a reversal super. So yeah, this is actually also a quality of life buff, because sometimes when she does the increase Fortissimo in the corner, they, for some god's sake, they like to drop out of the combo, and that's not good. And they basically buffed her movement forward, so basically we're gonna be able to catch them always in the corner with her super. And Gold Lewis, I was playing this character quite a lot actually. And what I really dislike about this character is him not having a half circle back forward input for the super. He has to do a full circle for the powered up versions instead of like doing the half circle back to forward 3 times for the upgraded. That should be a quality of life axis, because not everybody likes to spin their stick like they're dead until they're dead, or until the controller breaks or whatever. Fuck that shit. Make it a bit quality of life easier. Thanks. Alright, let's check him out. So this character is actually pretty cool. I really love his team, by the way. Dust attack, adjusted the landing recovery after the finishing blow hits. I don't know if I ever did his dust attack. His dust is crazy bad. Crouching kick, reduced knockback. Forward P, sped up the attack startup. Alright, finally has an entire that's usable. That thing was, I think, 13 or 15 frames or something. I have no idea, but sometimes it's very slow. It's actually way better used on the ground as opposed as an entire. Like his jumping slash was way better as an entire. Skyfish, which is the Gatling Gun. The hit effect now changes depending on the security level. Down with the system, fix the bug where wall break would not occur and there would be a graphical error. Yo, I think this bug was... I did a lot of combos where this bug procced. So sometimes, just to briefly explain it, sometimes when you do the super near the corner, the enemy doesn't wall break, but usually they should wall break. They just jump up in the air and get flamed and then drop back down, which is actually even better than them breaking the wall, because you get Oki off of it. Which is technically a nerf, but a good quality of life for the wall break, because you actually are going for that for the extra meter. And the damage is fine anyway, so it doesn't matter if you get Oki or not. And that'll be it, I think. And yeah, that's literally all there is to it. I think the patch notes are kind of good. I don't know why they didn't nerf Leo a bit more, or where are the culprits, main culprits, Chip and May. Like, Chip got some nerfs, but I don't know if this is enough for this character to get... He's still gonna be ridiculous in my opinion. And yeah, May definitely didn't get enough nerfs. She got some nerfs to her normals on the ground, but and her command grab, which is cool and all, but she didn't get any nerfs on her aerials, which is... Her aerials are crazy, dude. They're basically the best aerial moves in the game. I don't know, they should have buffed Dolphin and nerfed all of her aerial moves and I would be fine anyway. But I think May hasn't been nerfed enough. Soul's DP has been nerfed, which is great. That's all I needed. Although his damage on his heavy DP hasn't been nerfed. So basically gonna go for crouching kick, dust, do heavy DP, and it's literally gonna be super damage of any other character in the game. And yeah, apart from not nerfing the maybe heavy DP damage on Soul, I think he has been nerfed finally. Like, I don't agree with what people are saying nerf is 5k. Like, the move has 20 frames of recovery. If you literally dash out, you can literally... Actually, I could even show you that shit. You could dash in on this character with pot, do a back dash on Wake Up when he tries to 5k, and do a Carabuster if he whiffs his 5k. You literally have enough time to do that. So this move is actually punishable if he whiffs it. And it's good for him to have that move. What I don't like about him is actually the DP and the damage on DP. And yeah, the rest of it has been adjusted. His far slash, his forward S also has been adjusted. So I'm guessing he's gonna be a bit better to play against. I really had no gripes against this character apart from his DP damage, which is ridiculous. Because he could get easy, scrubby conversions into half health literally anywhere. And this might bring him back in line, but I still think he's gonna be top tier along with Mei, Chip, and Nago. I don't know. Nago maybe might have been hit greatly if he can't cancel his DP unless the second hit ends, which basically kills his conversion. If that's what happened, I have no idea. So anyway, these are the patch notes. I really like what happened to Ino, because that's the character that I like to play. And JackO is going to be the next one that I'm going to be playing until a very certain girl appears in this game, which I'm going to be maining. And yeah, if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. It's a very long one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.